signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Aggies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Going for a big play right off the bat. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch. In the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A strike downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team. but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete to the right. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively.
Brownie on the Jets. He's inside the 40. He's got 47 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start.
And a big run for this offense. I tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
And the Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback may change this route. Scanning the field, it's Proctor. Makes the catch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida State may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Doak Campbell Stadium every time. The Noles have been racking up road wins since the Bobby Bowden days, and they get another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they...
They were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
Touchdown, Aggie! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bannon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Snagged in the middle, it's Jennings. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball. You're going to have to come up with a plan to stop this guy.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The screen, he can go! And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He's now up to 58 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Bringing the heat. That pass not closest. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. The option look. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
On target. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. It's a draw. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Reads it, fires complete. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Just keep slinging it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll flip it up to the back. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down. That may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and you know, we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get like easy decision, right? 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Offense needs a couple of yards on 4th down. Remember, they can get the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
To the air, it's Proctor. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the 1st down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the back. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
How about that for efficiency on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Give to the running back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Looking for a gap. It's Jennings. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Caught behind the line, it's Jennings. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to buy time. On the run, deep down the right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking for a huge play. Touchdown, Aggie! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking for a crease. It's Jennings. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. Moves away as he feels pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He might want another play. They'll go to the air. Trying to pull his way out. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I tell you what, this is part of the field. Once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
A&M comes back out with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They'll run play action. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
So here comes the Michigan offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that?
Brings into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Tight end now in motion. The toss to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for space. It's Jennings. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day, but finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up mid-yardage on the return. What a play there.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Proctor. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the
something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. It's Proctor. Sends it downfield. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Here comes the two-point try. The snap sets up the throw. Here comes the heat. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pulls it in. It's Cheek. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking, we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this. Making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
The inside handoff. Runs through a tackle. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking up the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Back open in the middle. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Makes it past the marker. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give to the fullback. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.